Eifert launches a three. Harms just in the game got fouled by Ward.
That was a pretty good call. Nobody here is going to like it, but it was clear that Harms was going to cover the weak side, and I believe you're going to see Ward here grab him. Here's Harms. 75% of all shots taken from one side, rebound to the other, and they're going to go look for that ridiculous hook and hold. And I hope they don't call it. I hope they just call it a regular foul, not a flagrant foul, because that is the most ridiculous rule in basketball possibly ever.
Would you like to explain that?
Well, it's a hook and hold, so you kind of hook a guy around. Like you see a hook right here, and they're going to call, if they call it, it means you're holding and hooking, and they call it a flagrant. And it's an overreaction to Isaac Haas last year getting pulled down. One guy gets hurt, and all of a sudden the guys, whoever's on the rules committee, decides we have to have this rule. And what it is it's not a common foul. It becomes a flagrant foul, which is absolutely absurd.
That is the look you don't want to get from Tom Izzo. Both teams in the double bonus. They are checking to make sure it was not that, as you described it. It is the fourth foul no matter what against Nick Ward.
And that's fine. You want to call it a foul, call it a foul. But anything more than a common foul is ridiculous in this instance. I get it. It's not the officials' fault. It's the people that, for whatever the reason, decided to put this rule in. And the reason is because Isaac Haas got hurt. Heck, you can get hurt sitting on the bench. They're going to put plywood in front of the bench? It's ridiculous.
I mean, I just, to me, watching that is not.
No, it's a foul. If you're gonna, it may not even be a foul. Actually, it's two big guys. What do you think? Everybody's 5 foot nothing, no pounds. Two big guys, no big deal. Guys playing. You want to call foul, foul, but nothing more than that. Unbelievable. Flagrant one.
All right, get the explanation. It's a big call. And presumably in the middle of the game, you're not going to argue with the officials explaining it to you, but.
Yeah, flagrant one, hook and hold. Not Terry Weimer's fault. They're told to call it. And I contend if you're on the rules committee and you're responsible for putting that rule in, you shouldn't be on any rules committee. Ridiculous.
Well, I guarantee you, everybody at home is watching those replays that we just showed and saying, no, wait a minute, that is a flagrant foul?
Right. I mean, we saw Cassius Winston jump into, was it Hunter, and hit him right in the mouth with a jump shot. That's not a flagrant, but this little thing is.
Harms gets fouled again.
Well, you can yell and scream at some officials, but this officiating crew isn't going to be bothered by it. Now, if you're Harms, you got to make these.
He's a kid who's a big kid, 7'3". He's got some touch. The last few haven't looked pretty. That one goes down.
What happens if you're a ref and you just tell the head of officials, I'm not calling that? You don't work in the NCAA tournament. That's the only reason these guys do it.
Now a foul against Purdue.
And there's your makeup.
I think that's the look a lot of us have over the last minute.
I really think replay has hurt officiating because it gives you a crutch, and I also think that officials aren't dumb. They know that that is not a flagrant foul, and they know that, you know what, probably make it up, and you're seeing the makeup.
Tillman's taking advantage of it. He made the first. He's a big, strong kid, but he's got a nice looking stroke.